Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lars, aka Sir Lars Med, and today what we're going to be doing is basically talking about the lead, Bastiodon, as well as when to switch, what to switch to. Next week I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth as far as what our strategy is going to be on a play-by-play basis. For now, I just want to get you guys going with what to do and what to switch to right off the bat. All right, so with that in mind, let's get started. So Bastiodon, and big surprise here, right? Anything that's a flying type Pokemon, Altaria, Skarmory, Talonflame, Mandibuzz, Noctowl, go ahead and just kill it with your fast. Don't worry about using your charge. Save up that energy. Chances are they're going to switch, but if they don't, use your fast, all right? Same thing applies to if you guys see each other again, like if they switch out, you switch out, you keep the lead, they throw it back in, but they don't switch. Always, always, always just use your fast move, even if you're like at half health, okay? Because that's how little damage flying type does to Bastiodon. Even Noctowl, and Shadow Ball doesn't do very much damage. It doesn't get stabbed, but you can kill it so quickly that, use your fast, all right? So here's some Pokemon that you should keep Bastiodon in the lead, okay? But you're gonna need to use a charge move. And that's Cresselia, Umbreon, Alolan Marowak, Lickitung, and Shadow Ninetales. Just regular old Ninetales. If it's an Alolan Ninetales, go ahead and just kill it with the fast. Shadow Ninetales, though, you're gonna have to use your charge move. And usually what people do is they'll charge up Overheat, but they'll try to fake you out with like Weather Ball. So you're gonna want to go ahead and just use your charge move. They're gonna shield it. If they do fake you out with the Weather Ball, for their second attack, go ahead and shield that one. If for some reason they hit you with the Overheat, don't panic. It does a little over half health. You're going to be fine, and it's going to drop their attack anyways. So, no biggie, all right? Okay, so moving on. Pokemon that you do need to swap. First one is Walrein. Now, you're going to be like, but Lars, we're super effective. Yeah, but that Earthquake, it's going to hurt, especially if it's a Shadow Walrein. So we're going to switch to Medicham. All three of our Pokemon are super effective against Walrein. There's only two Pokemon like that, Walrein and Dugong. You're not going to see too many Dugong nowadays, but just thought I would throw that in there. So yeah, if you see a Walrein, switch to Medicham. We'll go in depth next week about what to do. Another big one, Sableye. We're going to get off a charge attack against Sableye, so that way they burn a shield, and then we'll switch to Victory Bell. But Sableye, man, it is probably one of the most prevalent, if not the most prevalent Pokemon in Great League. If it's not in the front, it's in the back. It really, really fits in anywhere, and it synergizes with just about any team possible, and you can't say that for most Pokemon. The downfall to Sableye, though, is that because it's so good, people see it all the time. And so people start to develop strategies, how to beat it, what to do, and then it starts like becoming mechanical, just what to do as soon as you see it. So that's the downfall to greatness, all right? Now, we'll go into our back team, Victory Bell and Medicham. Victory Bell does beat Swampert, Lantern, New Kid on the Block, Runerigus, and Walrein. In fact, with Walrein, don't even use your charged. Just kill it with your fast. Eat the shield. It's going to cost you 1. And same thing goes with Sableye. Eat the shield, kill it with your fast, and save that energy, all right? Medicham beats Obstagoon, Registeel, Bastiodon, Diggersby. With Galarian Stunfisk, Scrafty, Vigoroth, Walrein, with those 4, don't worry about shielding. just use your power-up punch. As soon as it becomes available, use it. The reason why Galarian Stunfisk can only get a Earthquake off and a Rock Slide. It's not going to get the second Earthquake off. So don't be scared. It'll get that Rock Slide off right before you're about to kill it, but don't shield because it's not going to kill you. Scrafty will get 2 Foul Plays off. Umbreon will be really close, but you'll still be alive so long as you are using an XL Medicham. Walrein will get 2 Icicle or 1 Earthquake off, depending on what they want to use. Either way, you're still going to be alive. Vigoroth, people will typically double charge Body Slam, and they'll use it back to back. Don't worry about shielding. Now, Lickitung. Lickitung is a little bit different in the sense that if we do find ourselves against it, what we're going to do, and this usually works, is we're going to charge up Psychic, okay? Before we can charge it all the way up, they're going to use Body Slam. Do not shield, all right? Don't shield, let it hit you. So by the time your Psychic is charged, use a power-up punch. We're going to bait it. And it works about 70% of the time because we're going to have to use a shield regardless. So charge up Psychic, use power-up punch. They're going to look at the scenario. They're going to see their Lickitung in the green, really good chunk of health. They're going to see our Medicham like in the yellow as far as HP goes, and they're going to go like, wow, this person is going to hit me with a Psychic. Why don't I shield that so I can gain the lead? Okay. They're going to shield it. It's going to be a power-up punch. And then from there, charge up power-up punch. Keep hitting them with power-up punch, all right? You're going to have to shield their second Body Slam, but it's worth bluffing them, baiting out the shield. So that way you're both down 1 shield. You retain the lead, and you have some energy. So the next Pokemon that comes out, you can use a Psychic, or if you're lucky, if it's like a something that is weak to fighting, just keep hitting it with power-up punch, all right? And that's really important. Yeah, so next week, what I plan on doing is actually showing you some footage, going step by step. So it's going to be a longer video, a little bit more tedious as far as like, but I really want to get into it. And I think that once I show you guys just what I'm doing on a step-by-step basis, it's going to click. And because a lot of the team, and here's an example, let's say the opponent has a Swampert lead. So I'm going to switch the Medicham. We always switch to, we don't want to switch immediately to the hard counter because we don't want to lose that hard counter because they're going to switch as soon as we do. So with Swampert, we're going to switch to Medicham. And we're going to pound away. Chances are they're going to switch to a flying type. If we die, no big deal. We're going to bring Bastiodon back out, and this is important. I'll show you how to do this next week. We're going to farm it to where we at least get 1 charge move off, okay? We're going to force them to kill us instead of them dying like when they're in the red, okay? So we're going to force them to kill us so we can bring in Bastiodon to get a charge move off. And we're going to use that charge move as soon as Swampert appears. And now you're probably thinking, well, Swampert isn't weak to rock, so why are we doing this? Here's why. The minute we get it off, and this is super helpful if it's a normal Swampert or even if it's Shadow, as soon as that Stone Edge, as soon as Bastiodon gets off that Stone Edge, we're going to switch to Victory Bell, and we're going to get at least 1, sometimes 2 fast moves off. And since Swampert is doubly weak to grass, it does so much damage that before your opponent really realizes what's going on, they're either dead or they're near death. And so the battle flips and it becomes your Bastiodon and your Victory Bell versus whatever they have in the back. And really, those 2 Pokemon work so well together that whatever they have in the back, chances are you're going to win. You have a really, really high chance of winning. So that's just one example. There's a lot of, and that's kind of my strategy. One of the cornerstones is doing a quick switch and getting that Pokemon down so it becomes a 2v1 scenario. Someone actually asked in my last video, can I use, or why use Victory Bell instead of Venusaur? And that's why, because we like to get those attack or second attack off on a Pokemon before your opponent knows what's going on. And why Venusaur is good, while Venusaur is good, we really want to put that pressure with our fast move. Lots of fast move pressure with Victory Bell, and that'll do it. You know, with Swampert leads, with Runa Regis, the new guy on the new kid on the block, Victory Bell just cuts through him, and it's insane. I run into a bunch of Runa Regis. I finished week 2, I think I was 2550, yeah, 2550 and change after the second week, and I started to see a bunch of Runa Regis. And from what I've learned and what I've seen, teams typically trickle down. So what you'll see people using or practicing with at the upper leagues, it'll start to go down and down, you know, and then you'll eventually, everybody's using it. And if my prediction comes true, we're going to see a bunch of Runa Regis, and then come October, near Halloween, I'm sure they're going to do another event, and then Runa Regis is going to explode, because it is a good Pokemon. It has Sand Tomb, it has Shadow Ball, and just being able to drop your opponent's defense, especially if you want to bait them, it's going to be amazing. So that's my video for today. And then in a few days, we're going to go over the step-by-step strategy. So thank you all so much. Please like and subscribe. And thank you to all those that have already done so. And I'll see you in a few days.